Hello. Can we all hear me on YouTube? Can everybody hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, guys. Is the volume okay? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? I take it that you're hearing me clearly. Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Let me see. Yeah, welcome in. Give me a second to, let everyone trickle in from notifications. I've sent this out 2 hours ago. If you're just joining, drop where you're joining from, drop where you're watching me from in the chat. I want to see how many countries we've got here tonight, okay? So while we wait for more people to join, let me tell you why I'm doing this series, okay? So the reason I thought about it and I said I need to start this series is because number one, every single week I get messages that sound like this. D, I want to work from home. I don't have a degree. I don't have experience. I don't even know where to start. Is this even possible for me? That's the kind of question I get in my DM. And the answer is yes. Not yes eventually. Not yes if you're lucky. Yes with a clear plan. So in the next few weeks, you can start building real paid work as a virtual assistant. That's exactly what this series is all about. Okay. So if you have ever typed how to make money online with no experience into Google at 11 p.m. because you couldn't sleep thinking about your bills, this series is exactly what you want. I can see some of you are joining. Drop in the chat where you're joining from. Okay. So I see you, I think about you guys, and then I built this for you. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm going live 6 times. Sunday, today is the first day, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday every week. Okay. To walk you through exactly how to become a paid virtual assistant. Not vague motivation. I'm not a motivational speaker. Okay. Not just believe in yourself. I'm talking about actual steps, actual templates, actual scripts that you can use word for word. So today is session one. As you all know, today is session one, and it is the VA foundations. I'm still waiting to see your chat in the chat box. Today is VA foundations. Thank you everybody for joining VA foundations. So make sure to grab a notebook, or you can open your notes pad if you do have, because by the end of the session you will know exactly what a VA does, what's actually in demand right now, who's hiring, and most importantly, whether this path is right for you. Okay, so let's get into it. But before we do, good evening, Sultan Lawal. Do give this video a thumbs up. Share it with anyone, even your friends in the uni, in secondary school, who are eager to start earning online through VA. Share this life with them right now. Okay. Thank you, Lawal. Thank you. You're new here. Thank you for joining. Yeah. So before we dive in, let's do a quick gut check, because I don't want you sitting through this if it's not for you. And I promise you, it's probably is. Okay, it's probably yours. So this is for you if, first of all, you want to work from home from a cafe or from, your phone between school runs. It is for you. If you don't have a degree or experience and you've been letting that convince you this is not possible, if you've tried freelancing before and felt completely lost and gave up because nobody gave you a clear roadmap, you're currently in a 9 to 5 that's draining you, and you want an exit plan that doesn't require starting from zero. All right. You are a stay at home parent, a student, or in between jobs and need flexible income that actually pays. If any single one of those describes you, comment ready in the chat right now. I want to see who is ready. I want to see who is serious tonight, because the people who comment and engage are the same people who tend to follow through and actually land clients. It's not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence. And let me kill a myth right now before we go any further. You do not need, you do not need previous virtual assistant experience to become one. You already have skills from your current job. Do you understand? You already have skills from your current job, your side hustle, you know, your hobbies, even from running your own household. That translates directly into paid VA work. I'm going to show you exactly how, in a few minutes. Let me read your comments. Please, I'm new here. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sultan, for thank you. I yeah, I understand. Okay, I understand. So I'll be sharing my screen. Let me share my screen for you guys. Let's keep tapping, let's keep liking the live and sharing. I hope everybody can see my screen. Can everybody see my screen? I'd like a interactive class. I like interactive class. Okay, let's get started. Let's get started. So, as you can see, I hope you can see the slides I'm sharing. And we're looking at the VA foundations, what a virtual assistant actually does, and who's hiring right now. Okay, this is session 1 of 6 that we're looking into today. So I'm just going to start from, what does a virtual assistant actually do? Do you know what a virtual assistant do? Do you know what they do? Do you know what virtual assistants do? Do you know your work as a virtual assistant? Okay. Let's start with the biggest misconception people hear. Okay. They hear virtual assistant and then picture one specific job like a secretary online. That is not accurate at all. It isn't. A virtual assistant is not one job. It's a category, like a category, an umbrella that covers dozens of different services. Okay. Businesses hire VAs to take repetitive, time consuming, or specialized tasks off their plate so the business owner can focus on the parts of their business only they can do, like sales, strategy, or content creation. So let me walk you through the most common categories. And I want you to mentally check off which ones you could already do today with the skills you already have. So the first one, let me go to the next slide. Okay. Can you still see my slide? The first one is inbox and calendar management. Inbox and calendar management. Thank you. Inbox and calendar management. This means this means organizing someone's email inbox, flagging important messages, scheduling meetings, sending calendar invites, and making sure nothing falls through the cracks. If you've ever managed your own busy schedule or, helped a family member keep track of appointments, you already understand the core skill here. Okay. Number two is social media scheduling and community management. This is scheduling posts in advance, responding to comments and DMs, and keeping a content calendar organized. If you've ever run a personal Instagram page, like posted consistently or helped a friend small business with their social media, even for free, you have credit, relevance, experience. The third one there is customer service and live chat support. Live chat support. And what do they do? So as for this position, you respond to customer questions, you resolve simple issues and represent a brand's voice online. That's basically what you do. If you've worked retail, hospitality, or any customer facing role, this translates almost one to one. We also have data entry and research, organizing information into spreadsheets, researching competitors or suppliers, compiling reports. This one requires attention to detail more than any specific technical skill. And then number five there for us is content support. This includes repurposing a YouTube video into short clips, formatting blog posts, basic photo editing in Canva, or turning a podcast into show notes. If you already understand these basics, the basics, you're good to go. We have bookkeeping light, not full accounting. That's why I put it as bookkeeping light. Just simple, you know, just simple tasks like sending invoices, tracking expenses in spreadsheets, and following up on unpaid invoices. So, if you've ever managed a household budget or run a small side hustle, you've done a version of this already. Coming up on number seven is podcast or YouTube channel management. Okay. Uploading episodes, writing descriptions, organizing files, scheduling releases. This is in high demand right now because so many creators and coaches are launching podcasts and channels. You know, they need help keeping them consistent. Even I myself, I'm looking for a virtual assistant right now because I have tons of social media accounts that needs a VA to help me manage. Okay, now here is the important part. You do not need to do all of these seven positions I mentioned. No. In fact, Trying to do all of them is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. It will be your downfall. Let me put it that way. Trying to do all of them will be your downfall. And I'll explain exactly why in few minutes. Hello, Fidelia. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yeah. So, where did I stop? Okay. So I was saying you need one, maybe two that you can do well and speak about, confidently right now. So let's do a quick poll. So we don't, it doesn't look like we're talking and talking. Let's do a quick poll to engage everybody. Looking at that list that I've just mentioned now, which one sounds like something you could already do today, even without formal training? Type the number in the chat. I want to see 1 through 7 flying by. We mentioned 7. Which one can you do right now if you have the opportunity without asking me in the comments where can I get the training for this and that? Which one can you do right now? Number 2, customer service live chat support. Okay. Number 2 for Sultan. Who else? We mentioned inbox and calendar management, customer service live support, chat, content support, repurposing format. Who else? Who else is going before I move forward? Okay. Yeah, I'm reading these as they come in. I'm seeing a lot of twos. I've seen twos. Okay. Twos. Okay. Which makes sense. I know most people will choose twos and threes, which is customer service live support. And which one? Yeah. And content support. Most people. Most people. Yeah. Most people choose those two, which makes sense. Okay. It makes sense that most people will choose 2 and 3. Social media and customer service are usually the easiest entry points because so many of you already do versions of this in your daily life. Your friend said one. Yeah. Okay. Inbox and calendar management is good, but it's it's quite tedious. It's quite tedious. You're not just managing the inbox. Anyway, we're not going into that. Maybe in another live stream we can talk about it. But yeah, but if he knows how to do it and he can start ASAP, that's okay. That's good. But most beginners always go for customer service, live chat support, or content support because you're already doing them, isn't it? Okay. So we're going into segment 2. Who's actually hiring VAs right now? Who's actually hiring VAs right now? Yeah. So, okay. So now you know what a VA does, right? You know what a VA does, or who is actually, yeah, but who is actually out there paying for this? Let's get specific because businesses need help. Okay. Businesses need help is too vague to act on. Let's start. Number one is solo entrepreneurs and coaches like me. Like me. I'm using myself as an example. Like me, I run multiple channels. Can't tell you how many YouTube channels I own. I own about 5 or 6 YouTube channels. I own like 3 to 4 TikTok accounts. I own Facebook. I own 2 Instagram, 2 Facebook. So and other platforms. Like and like Rumble and you know so many other ones that I can't mention here now are on coaching programs and digital products. I even sell products, physical products, but I ship them to customers. And I could not do that without support from family. Although I hire people, but for now, I'm still looking for a new person. I'm just using myself as an example. Solo entrepreneurs are often the easiest first clients because we feel okay. You feel, they feel the pain, or I'm still using myself. They feel the pain of being overwhelmed. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed. I need to schedule. I need to post. I need to, I need to check my orders. I need to check inventory. I need to check if I need to reorder for packagings and all of that. And it can feel overwhelming sometimes directly. So, and we make decisions fast. There's no committee, no HR department, just one person who needs help. Now, I can decide to hire someone on the spot right now through TikTok or Instagram, wherever you're watching me from. I can decide to hire you right now without consulting any second party. And the second people are small e commerce brands. Small e-commerce brands, think Etsy sellers. I sell on Etsy as well. Small Shopify stores, drop shippers, they all need help with customer service, order tracking, and social media, but they are not big enough to hire a full internal team. And we have content creators and podcasters. So now I actually fall into I think I fall into three here: solo entrepreneur and coach, content creator, and online course creator. So I actually fall into three. Yeah. So content creators and podcasters. This space has exploded. You cannot agree with me. Every creator with a growing audience eventually hits a wall where they can't keep up with editing, scheduling, and community management on their own. I tell you this from experience. Yeah. We have real estate agents. This one surprises people, but real estate agents are constantly looking for help with listings, calendar management, and follow up emails to leads. It's slightly more niche market, but very lucrative one once you're in. So if you want to see my screen, feel free to go to YouTube. I'm on live. I'm streaming live on YouTube. I'm just extending that favor to you guys on TikTok. So we also have online course creators. People running cohorts, memberships, and digital products need help with customer support, community management inside platforms like Circle or School, and content repurposing. They all need help. What all of these have in common is, let me tell you, they are busy, they are growing, and they specifically do not want to hire a full time employer with benefits and fixed salary. They want flexible, skilled support they can bring on quickly. And that is exactly the gap you're stepping into. I want you to picture someone in one of these categories right now. Maybe it's a coach, a coach you follow on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, who's clearly doing everything herself. Maybe it's a small business in your own city. Hold that person in your mind. We are going to come back to this exercise in session 3 when we talk about finding clients. Moving on to segment 3, which is one mistake beginners make. One mistake beginners make. So let's talk about where most people go wrong, because I'd rather you avoid this mistake in week 1 than learn it the hard way after 3 months of struggling to get clients. Most beginners try to offer everything, like I said. They like to offer everything. They are jack of all trade. Drop your question. I'll come back to them. Okay. So their pitch sounds like I can do social media, email management, bookkeeping, graphic design, customer service, podcast editing, and general admin support. That is their pitch. I understand the instinct, right? You're thinking the more I offer, the more likely someone says yes to me. But it does the opposite. When a potential client reads a list, you know, when a potential client reads a list like that, here's what they actually think. This person hasn't figured out what they're going to do. They haven't figured out what they're good at the moment. It signals beginner energy. Okay. And it makes it harder for them to picture exactly what you would be doing for them. So compare that to the first thing I said, compare that to I help busy coaches manage their inbox and calendar so they never miss a client email again. That is specific. That is confident. The client can immediately picture the exact problem being solved. So here's the strategy instead. Pick one service. Like I said, pick one service to lead with, with when you're pitching or marketing yourself to clients. You can absolutely expand into other services later when you become better at them. In fact, once you have your first client and a testimonial, upselling additional services to that same client is one of the easiest ways to grow your income. But you lead with one thing. You get good at it. You get proof that you're good at it. And then you expand. Okay? So if you're still here and taking notes, comment still here. I read every single one. And honestly, the people who comment through the whole session are usually the same people who message me 3 weeks later saying they landed their first client. Okay. There's a span there. Don't just watch passively. Make sure you're engaging. Sultan, which question are you talking about? You said, please, ma, I don't understand which part. If you're following, comment still here. Let me know. Comment still here. Okay. So we are moving on. Let's do a quick self-assessment. Let's do a quick self-assessment. Thank you. Thank you. Quick self-assessment. Yeah. So let's make this personal. I want you to actually grab a pen or open your notes pad or whatever you're using to jot down things right now, because we are doing a live exercise together. Okay. So ask yourself these three questions. Question one. Are you writing? Question one. What have you already done for free in the past? For your church, a friend's business, your own side hustle, even your family? What could become, just let me know. Can you think of anything you've done for free that could become a paid service? Think about this for a second. Have you ever organized an event, managed a group chat or community, built a spreadsheet to track something, designed a flyer in Canva for a fundraiser? These are not just favors you did, they are proof of a skill someone else would pay for. Okay. Question two. Question two. What do you enjoy doing that doesn't feel like work? This matters more than people realize, because the VA work you enjoy is the VA work you will actually be consistent at. And consistency is what gets you referrals and repeat clients. So if you love being organized, inbox and calendar management might be your lane. If you love scrolling Instagram and know what makes a post perform, social media management could be it. And question three for you is, what tools do you already know how to use? Is it Canva, Google Sheets, Instagram, email, Zoom, which one? You don't need to learn 10 new platforms before you can start. You need to identify what you already know and package it as a service. So take a moment. Your answers to these three questions are very likely pointing you towards your starting VA niche right now, tonight, before you even leave this stream. So let me know what you think. Let me know your answers in the chat. So drop one word in the chat describing the service you think you're learning toward based, you're leaning towards based on those three questions. So I'm going to breathe through. I'm going to breathe through. I'm going to breathe through. It could be social media, could be admin, could be customer support. Okay. So I'll just assume social media, admin, and customer support because those are the basic ones. Repeating questions. We were not writing. Okay, I'll just repeat the question for you. Question one: what have you already done for free for your church, a friend's business, your own side hustle, even your own family that could become a paid service? What have you done for free in the past that could become a paid service? And number two, okay, I said that you should think about this for a second. Have you ever organized an event in your church? I remember growing up, I used to teach kids during Christ the King. You know, I used to dress the altar back in the days. What have you done? Okay. Have you ever organized an event? Have you managed a group chat or community? Have you built a spreadsheet to track something? Have you designed a flyer in Canva for a fundraiser? These are not just favors you did. They are proof of a skill someone else would pay for. And the second question is, what do you enjoy doing that doesn't feel like work? And this matters more than people because, matters more than people realize because the virtual assistant work you enjoy is the virtual assistant work you will actually be consistent at. And consistency in this business is what gets you referrals and repeat clients. If you love being organized, inbox and calendar management might be your lane. If you love scrolling through social media and knowing what makes a post perform, social media management could be yours. And question number three is, what tools do you already know how to use? Is it Canva, Google Sheets, Instagram, email, or Zoom? Which one? So, and I said you don't need to learn 10 new platforms before you can start. You need to identify what you already know and package it as a service. So, take a moment. Your answers to these three questions are very likely pointing you toward your starting virtual assistant niche right now, tonight, before you even leave this stream. So, I'm not seeing any comment. So I'll just go ahead and finish this live stream so we can go. Perhaps other people, maybe I can monetize this live stream for later. People will now pay to watch it. I'm giving it out now for free. No reaction, nothing. But that's fine. Okay. Drop one word in the chat describing the service you think you're leaning towards based on those three questions. Even if you don't do it now, if you're watching this, hello. If you're watching this anytime, feel free to, you know, drop. And again, you're asking me to repeat the questions. The PowerPoint is there. The questions are there. That's a quick self assessment. They're already on your screen. You can see them on your screen, okay? All right. So let me tell you quickly why I believe in this so much. I've coached people through career and income transitions for years. Like income transitions for years. I've been doing this here on YouTube and behind the scene. And the pattern is always the same. The people who overthink and wait until they feel ready or experienced enough, they stay stuck the longest. But the people who pick one thing, build a simple proof of it, and start reaching out, even imperfectly, are the ones who land their first client within weeks, not months. I remember when I first started YouTube, when I started content creation, I was all over the place. Tomorrow I'll see a video. I first started with recaps. I had to learn how to download the video from, download videos from TikTok without the watermark. I'll use it. I'll repurpose it. I'll cut it. I started learning editing way back. I'll cut it into halves, and then rejoin it and extend it to 10 minutes, because without your videos being up to 10 minutes on YouTube, you're like wasting your time. You will not even get enough watch hours early. I started doing so many things. And then when I saw a video performing well, let's maybe cooking video performing well, I'm like, no, I need to do start cooking. I need to start cooking. I will switch immediately and start cooking. I'll start uploading cooking videos. And then the next thing, I'll see someone telling stories, posting quotes. This William Shakespeare's quotes, all those quotes. I learned it. I even learned lip syncing back in the days. I learned how to do lip syncing, just to lip sync what William Shakespeare, whoever is saying. You know, this is how I was switching, and I wasn't going anywhere. I was just stuck. I was stuck switching. Because how do you expect a channel that was about a love story, not these short clips on TikTok? All of a sudden, the channel is now a cooking vlog. Now is now a quote channel. I even went as far as uploading these videos they make about that rain sound, where rain is falling on the roof. I did those things, but I didn't go anywhere. The channels were just stuck at 10 subscribers, 15 subscribers over the years, until I niched down. I started my immigration. No, I started my money making channel. But I was all over the place still. I was at 1,000, I think I was at 3,000 plus for like 2 years. I'll get like one view, two views in a day. At a point, I forgot about the channel. Up until last year, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Guys, I'm sweating. What am I doing? I need to stand up. I need to sit up. I need to niche down. That was how I niched down. I started making videos about how to make money online. And can you believe I grew my channel between that last year and now, from 4,000 subscribers to nearly 13,000. We're just about hitting 13,000 subscribers on YouTube, on that particular channel. And then let me now tell you another story. I started a proper second channel. I wanted to ditch my money making channel because it wasn't growing, no views. I started an immigration channel. This immigration channel got to this immigration channel got to 10,000 subscribers within the space of a year and few months. That's a year and 2 months. 10,000, just because I focused on it. I, I opened a new channel and I was talking about immigration throughout. No deviation. You see how it's going. Then I started another channel where I talk about remote jobs, and this one we're talking about now. Within a month or two, it's nearly 2,000 subscribers. So you have to niche down. You have to niche down. Okay, this is my own story. but I know some of you are like this. You're all over the place. You're a virtual assistant. You're a content manager. You're a social media manager. You're an inbox manager. You're everywhere. Okay. So you have to pick one niche. You do not need to feel 100% ready tonight. Okay. You don't need to feel 100% ready tonight. You need to leave this session with one service picked and show up to session two ready to build your toolkit and your portfolio. So this is not about becoming a completely different person overnight. It's about organizing, like recognizing, recognizing the skills you already have. You need to actually recognize the skills you already have, package them well, clearly, and then put yourself in front of the right people, which is exactly what the rest of this series is going to walk you through step by step. You think yes, it's social media management. So, which is exactly what this series is going to walk you through step by step. Okay. So, let's do a quick recap because I need to go. I hope you guys can still hear me. Don't know if this my fan is noisy. I hope you can still hear me. Yeah. A quick recap. Let's recap on what we've covered tonight for the sake of those just joining us. A virtual assistant is a category, not one job. There are at least 7 common service types, and you likely already have skills that fit into one or two of them. We have solo entrepreneurs, coaches, small e-commerce brands, content creators, real estate agents, and course creators are all actively looking for support right now. I am also looking for one right now. A Nigerian, by the way. The number one mistake, we looked at the number one mistakes. Okay, the number one mistake beginners make is trying to offer everything at once. All right, lead with one service instead. Don't be everywhere. Your self assessment tonight. Okay, your self assessment tonight. Your self assessment tonight. What you've done for free. I asked that. What you enjoy and what tools you already know. And that points directly to your starting niche. So before you go, I want you to do one thing before session two. And make sure you turn up on that session 2 day. Do one thing for me before session two. Write down the one service you're going to lead with. You heard my story. I was all over the place uploading random videos. I just don't want to know. Any video I see that is funny and that's had like 1 million views, I'm downloading that video. I don't care who owns it. I'm downloading it. I At least me, I know how to repackage and repurpose a video. You will not even believe that was your video. I'll repurpose it and re-upload it. But that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. So write down the one service you're going to lead with, not five, one, and comment it below right now if you've decided. I've seen social media management. If you can't decide here, message me directly. Okay. If you want a second opinion, just go to our community section and leave your comments there. I always reply to your comment. If you can't leave it there, go to Telegram. If you're in our Telegram group, find a way, although I locked my account, but find a way to message me if you're looking for, if you want a second opinion, message me. So session 2 day is Tuesday. This is a free session. Oh, I also have a paid one, but this is a free session I want to do for you guys. Session 2 day is Tuesday this week. Let me check the date. Date is 28th. The 28th of July, same time, 9 p.m. UK time. We're covering how to get paid ready, how to get paid ready, your free virtual assistant toolkit, how to build a portfolio with zero clients, and exactly how to price yourself with confidence, even as a complete beginner. So, if session one helped you tonight, good evening, Kachi. Good evening. If section one helped you or module one helped you tonight, drop a fire emoji in the chat. Okay. Share this stream with one person you know who actually needs to hear this, and make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss session two and you don't want to be late for that session. Let me see that your question, but I'm not familiar with Instagram. How do I go about it? Is Instagram the only social media out there, my bestie? Fidelia. Is this a man or woman? If I know who I'm calling bestie. Yeah. Instagram is not the only social media out there. We have Facebook, we have TikTok, we have YouTube. So many YouTubers you see all have virtual assistants. I had one, but she refused to get paid. She refused to be paid. She said, "No, Mama, because what you're doing for us is enough. I can't accept to be paid." And I didn't like that because it limited me. I can't like assign task like that because I know she works. She works. I couldn't, utilize her help the way I needed it. She was managing my YouTube. She needed to be replying to comments. You know, I have two big channels, 11 and 13,000 subscribers each, and this one, and my TikTok at least is nearly 5,000 followers. So I needed someone to be there to reply to comments, to schedule posts. She was doing it free, but I wanted to pay her, but she refused. That's why I'm looking for someone I can pay to help to do this with me. I need someone that, even if I know sometimes my time can change, you can be 1 hour ahead of me, but or it doesn't matter. But you know, so Instagram is not the only social media out there. There are other social media platforms you can. Do you know how many all my YouTube channels have different emails, which means messages come in to different emails, and I need someone to organize them, which we are going to look at if I have the energy to start that course on inbox management. I'll do that. So Instagram is not the only social media platform. There are other ones that you can actually look into. Can pitch to them, pitch to me, write to me, send me your CV, and tell me what you can do for me as a VA, and I might consider you. So we're also going to talk about that, this how to pitch to clients in subsequent sessions. Okay. You're here to help her. Like now we're on this live stream and I'm supposed to have a moderator that would ginger you to tap your screen, because you guys don't appreciate someone that is bringing out their time to do something. And me, I can't continue to beg people to like or comment or share. You get. So I need someone that's what the lady used to do for me. She used to moderate for me as well on TikTok. Now TikTok is just sitting there, people coming and go, because I'm not actually paying attention. I'm not giving them attention. I'm not telling them to tap their screen. That's what the lady did. She did really well for me, because she'll be here on YouTube, but she will also be there on TikTok managing the two sites. Because sometimes I go live on three platforms: TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook at the same time. And she's there. She's there. So we're going now. That's it from me. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me tonight. Like I said, If session one helped you tonight, drop a fire emoji in the chat and make sure to share this live stream with one person you know who needs to hear this. And make sure your notifications are on for our next session because you don't want to miss that. A lot of people are sending applications, sending CVs to different companies. I make videos about remote jobs too, but these are the ones that you can start doing ASAP if you know what you're doing. You don't really need to apply to companies. You can start with small businesses. Small businesses, small guys. If you see what I do, you will run. If you see what I do, at least I post, or yeah, not shipping because it's in the same country. I post, sometimes I post up to like five products in a week, and it's a physical product for me. I do coaching. I need someone when I'm coaching. I need someone to be there to help me moderate the Zoom and all of that, co-host. So those are the things you can do. Okay, thank you. You can do for someone that you want to work for. So thank you for coming out tonight at such a short notice. We're calling it a night now. Okay. So thank you for showing up. I'll see you on Tuesday. Go through the live stream and check the questions I shared and make sure you gather those things we talked about for our next stream. Kachi, Kachi, today is our first session. Okay, today is our first session on virtual assistant training. We're coming back on Tuesday for the second session. It's the sixth. Guys, this is my time, free time, my free time. I'm giving you this 6 days. So we're having 3 live sessions per week. We'll have another one tomorrow, Tuesday, and another one on Thursday. And then next week you have the next the remaining three. So by the time we finish this 6 days live session, there's no way you tell me you will not know what you're doing on virtual assistant. So catchy. You can rewind the video to start from the beginning. I don't want to go all over again because the video will not be longer than expected. Just move the video backwards, back forward, or rewind and watch it from the beginning. And make sure you do your self-assessment and bring the result, bring the answers to me on Tuesday for our second session. And if you have any question, just pop it in the comment. Okay, pop it in the chat or the community session of my channel. I will always respond. Okay, 9 yeah, 9 p.m. Where are you joining from, Kachi? It's 9 p.m. UK time, but I don't know where you're joining from. 9 p.m. UK and Nigerian time, BST and West African time. Okay, so set your notifications, put it on so that you join us, you meet us here next week. Not next week, next tomorrow. A day after tomorrow, we'll be here again. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night. I'll see you next in 2 days' time.